Okay, welcome back to more of Lost Isle. And we're going to be going through another bonus dungeon. Although this one, the item you get is a lot more useful. And not surprisingly, the dungeon is a lot harder to go through. Pretty much spent all my arrows in the last part buying that level 2 bow. Alright, for best result you want to have a lot of bombs with you. And I want to say 20 is the maximum in this quest. Well, make sure you buy as many bombs as possible. Yeah, I'm going to be heading to the graveyard area. It's kind of hard to see. Even the map is not very clear with all this mist floating around. Okay, so you want to go to this area. Again, you need the whole Triforce to really be able to do anything in this place. So we're going to the catacombs. And this place, graphics-wise, will look a bit out there, as you'll see when you go into this place. So again, you need all 6 Triforce pieces. Okay, so now we can actually get into the real stuff. I think this just takes you back to the start. Alright, into the catacombs. And, yeah, the environment isn't what you call friendly. And it's gonna be a few mazes to go through in this place. Luckily, you only have to go through it once. Because once you get the shortcut open, you can skip everything. And you got that weird statue thing. You don't want to get sucked into it, because I think it does a whole ton of damage. I forgot how many hearts of damage it does. But I believe it's a lot. So just kind of sneak by it. Yeah, this place looks a little... Yeah, you can see the graphical nature of this. We're not talking about like your rated E for everyone type thing anymore. Good thing health is fairly plentiful. there. Oh, might as well take all these out and see if I can get some arrows. Okay, so into the puzzle for this floor. Okay, so just trying to figure out which way to go in these rooms. And I guess the clue is going to be the statues. Kind of which one it's in front of, so you go into that one. And of course you got these guys. So you just kind of follow the statue. Okay, so this one you want to go to the right. Easiest just to get rid of as many of those hands as possible. Make your trip a little easier. And then this one, there's only one way to go, so no tricks with this one. It's a little trickier to work with this room because there's no real clue about which way to, or where the statue is closer to. I think you go down in this room. And if you take the wrong way, you end up back at the start of the maze. Okay, this one, it looks exactly the same as the first room you were in. So there's no clue for this one, but there actually is. Given that if you think of this as the last room in this maze, so you kind of think of which way you came in from. So you actually go straight down. Again, the good thing, you only have to do this maze once, because once you hit the switch, you open up the shortcut. Again, big caution on these guys. The amount of damage they inflict on you is, like, insane. And you can't stun them, because your boomerang actually does damage to them. And you can see how many hits it's taking to knock it out. And I'll just leave that there. Because I want to say it's like 20 hits with a white sword or a boomerang. And these guys really hone in on you, which I guess you can kind of put to your advantage. And in this room, it is a lot easier to just stay in the doorway and just swipe away at these guys. And it's just gonna take a while to whittle these guys down. It's a lot safer than trying to get your way to the door, because remember, again, you cannot stun these gibdos, or these Deathbos, actually, that's what they're called. Oh, there are wall masters in there as well. Yeah, just snipe away at them. Okay, next room. Again, you always have to keep an eye on the Deathbos there. Okay, this way. Okay, that's the shortcut there. Oh, good. The bat is apparently the highest on the enemy list there. Not complaining about a bat being there. I'm trying to spawn the Deathbos in a better position here. Let me see if I actually go on and off the screen. No, I got rid of one of the bats, actually. Yeah, we'll just leave the fairy there. Yeah, this place starts looking pretty ugly. I mean, look at this. Trying to figure out what the designers had in mind with this place. It doesn't look so friendly. Now this is actually a maze, so if you just try to take a random path, it doesn't lead you anywhere. And trying not to get grossed out by all this stuff, if you can actually try to focus on the clue in this room. So, what you want to do is look at where the blood is kind of pointing to. It's kind of leaning towards one of the doors. If you can just kind of avoid being grossed out by all this. And this room only has one path, so there's no clues in this room. Oh, my boomerang is really gonna get a workout in this place. Again, when you look at this room, you have to look at where the blood is kind of trailing off to. So in this case, I believe it is pointing to the right door. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Oh, I kind of got them all in the line, so I can just kind of keep knocking them back with the boomerang. And really annoying, you cannot stun them. If you could stun them, they're probably not as bad to get by. You know, just kind of whittle them down. Yes, this takes a while, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. Okay, again, now you can actually take a look at which way the blood is pointing to. It's going to point to this door. And this one, let's see... I want to say it's pointing up. Oh, good thing you can attack from the doorway. Might save you a lot of trouble. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is gonna be fun to go through. Again, I'm not taking chances, I'm just gonna whittle these guys down slowly. Oh, look, I can kind of spam the doorway. Yeah, just do that for my own safety. Kinda wish you didn't take this many hits to knock out. Because they have like so much HP, it's ridiculous. Again, you get hit by a Deathbos, it's I'm not gonna be dead, but I'm gonna be very close to dead. Yeah, you just take one hit by him, that's why I'm being this conservative. You know, I'd rather get hit by just about anything else around the place. Whether it be bats or flying jars or something. You know, anything that's a lot less hazardous. Of course, there are wall masters in here. Okay, this one I think is pointing up. again, thank goodness you only have to go through this once. Assuming I can get to the switch first. So that's gonna save a lot of trouble later on. And you notice the place gets a lot darker. It gets a lot more ominous. I guess not surprising, you're pretty much going deeper into the basement levels. Now, luckily the floors are not that large to go through. Trying to get through that room. Yeah, it gets harder and harder to see around the place now, so... But as long as these rooms have mostly simple enemies, I don't really care so much about this. Good on health at this point, so just leave that there for later. Ooh, I think everything respawned here. I might as well just KO everything, see how many arrows I can get. Okay, so this is another fairly subtle maze that's easy to miss. Try to pick up the clue from this, and it's not that easy unless you really look at it. So I'm trying to see what the clue is for this one. Again, if you go the wrong way, it takes you back to the first screen of this. So let's say you go the wrong way, you know, see, it takes you back to the start. And again, all the enemies apparently respawn. Which actually might work to your advantage. In this case, you know, if you need refills or arrows and stuff, I could use that for get supplies. Okay, so your clue is actually in this torch. And it doesn't look so obvious, but you notice the circle of light is not in the center of this. So if you imagine there's some wind that's blowing this flame around the place, you want to kind of try to figure out which direction it's coming from. So in this case, it's coming from the right. Because if you imagine there's wind coming from the right, it's going to blow this flame to the left and kind of distort the circle of light there. And you're going to be doing this for every single one of these screens, so... You see the Deathbos there, luckily it's on the bottom of the screen, so I can kind of just ignore it for now.